To continue efforts to keep the territory clean, officers of the Department of Waste Management are appealing for the public's cooperation to remove derelict vehicles in various areas in the Virgin Islands. Sean Rose has the details.
On November 20, manager at the Department of Waste Management, Greg Massicott, signaled the start of this year's campaign to remove derelict vehicles from within the territory. The removal of derelict vehicles from the streets is not a straightforward exercise. Waste management officers are often threatened and abused when carrying out their duties, says the Senior Executive Officer at the Department of Waste Management, Neville Allen.
It's quite a challenge. One person garbage, the next man treasure. So at times we're even attacked, and people try to kill us at times. Sometimes we have to run away and come back the next time to deal with this issue, because everybody has placed a value on their old vehicle, but to the Virgin Islands, these vehicles are definitely a problem, and we need to get them off the road. And there's a law that states that if they're derelict, then we have to deal with it. But most of the times, it's normally 2 officers or 3 officers out there. And when we meet up on these people that are kind of violent, we try to talk to them and try to explain the situation and let them know that we're here doing our job. We're not really out to throw away people's vehicle, but we have a job to do to keep the be very clean. Most of the time, some people will go ahead and say, okay, yeah, we understand, deal with it. But some other people are just plain out real aggressive. So sometimes we'll move away from them and come back the next time and deal with it.
Waste Management Officer Marquis Maduro says the derelict removal program now targets the entire territory and runs indefinitely. He explained how vehicles are termed derelicts as opposed to those just in need of repairs.
Derelict vehicles, they range from very dilapidated, where parts have been removed, or they seem to be very rusty and old and whatnot. But sometimes you have the situation where a vehicle seems to be intact, but if you look very close, you could tell it hasn't moved in a while or stuff like that. So there are different ways where we as officers could tell if it's a derelict or not. The program runs indefinitely. It is something, it's under our portfolio, and it's something we allocate for every year. In our budget, when we request money for the removal of derelict vehicles. The program now covers the whole of the BVI. We do it here on Tortola. We provide for it on Virgin Gorda, as well as Joss Van Dyke and Anegada.
The derelict removal program initially began in 2011. Neville Allen says owners are given ample notice before a vehicle is removed from its location.
The public notice is normally a white paper that we place on the vehicle, and it's taped on. At the back of the notice, they also, the officer that put the notice on, and there's a contact number for the department. A lot of people would see the notice and just tear the notice off or just throw it away. And that does not help the department, because once you don't call and contact us and say that you need the vehicle or you need to do some work and you need some more time, once the time expires, the department will say, well, nobody called and this is the derelict, we'll move it. But if you do call and let us know, we could give you more time to move the vehicle or have it fixed. The other one is the private notice. It's green in color, and this is placed on the vehicle. There is a 3 weeks period that before it expires. The one that is the public one is 2 weeks before it expires, and the private one is 3 weeks. So it doesn't really matter whether it's on public or private. The department still deal with these vehicles, and there's a law states that if the vehicle is on private property and it's a problem to the neighbor, that the government can step in and deal with it.
This area, adjacent to the Ellis Thomas Downs racetrack in Seacoast Bay, is used as the derelict site before they are compacted and shipped overseas.
My name is Brian. I'm from California in the mainland, working on recycling the steel here, bringing it over, collect it, shred it, and then get it off to the foundry so we can make new steel and bring it back over. We can take everything. Plenty of room for it all.
Waste Management Director Greg Massicott welcomes this mass exportation of the derelicts and other metals from this site to make room for other unwanted vehicles.
There's a lot of derelict vehicles on the streets ready to be collected, and because we didn't have much space on site, we were unable to collect them. So once this site is cleared, all those cars will be removed, the derelict cars that is.
This huge barge is ready and equipped to take all metal waste and derelict vehicles out of this territory into California, where they will be transformed into recycled metal. This initiative is welcomed by the Waste Management Department and indeed other stakeholders here in this territory, where we will finally see the removal of all these eyesores, these derelict waste and other forms of metal waste from off this territory. Reporting for JTV News, I'm Sean Rose.